The curse of knowledge concept is something that's super interesting where, as leaders of organizations, as you grow a business, you tend to stay true to what got you to where you are. But what got you to where you are isn't necessarily what gets you to where you're going to be. And there's a lesson in that both, leaders and entrepreneurs can have, but also everyday individuals that are doing really good work can take from that. And one of the core kind of foundational elements of the curse of knowledge is subconscious versus conscious. The thing is that there's a lot of study around psychology, and I'm really big into sports psychology as well. And like, what creates the greatest athletes? Why are they able to perform at such the highest level with so much pressure on them? And you think about the pressure that are on athletes, and these people have, coaches and everything of that nature to help analyze. But ultimately, when they're in the core of their sport, and when they're at their peak moments, is when they're not thinking. And too often in our lives, we think about and overanalyze, which then paralyzes us and keeps us from being the best that we can be in anything that we do. And that's something that we can all learn from the curse of knowledge, both in our everyday, is that, let your subconscious go. That doesn't mean don't prepare. That doesn't mean don't think. It means that think and prepare, but create the same process and trust the process. Don't let your outcome dictate how you did. And go. Once you've prepared, then go. Don't think about it in the moment. And that's something that I think that as leaders and that we had, that, as a growing entrepreneur, you have to remember of saying, if we overanalyze this and we hold tight to it and we don't just let our subconscious kind of lead the way and trust that we've built out the business and we've built out the processes, that new things can blossom, even if they're done differently, because we've built the infrastructure, then I need to let that happen. Right. And I think that open mind is really important. And that kind of leads into that other part of the family business, is that, Dad did it a really great way. He gave us the opportunity, and he kind of got out of the way. He was very open-minded. I think he lived by a lot of that standard that I just mentioned of saying, hey, I've built the infrastructure, and I know that the infrastructure is strong enough to endure some of the challenges and some of the things that you're going to do. And I'm going to invest in you. He's invested in our technology business that we did. He invested in all of our businesses. He invested in us and gave us time and resources to go out. And a lot of the stuff that we did didn't work. A lot of the stuff that we did, we tried so hard to prove ourselves, but he gave us that room to learn. He didn't tell us that it can't be done. He let us learn it through action. I think that that's super important. I think with family businesses, it's hard to separate, and we still struggle with it. I mean, I personally do, like, of separating, dad and son and business partner and business partner. And it can be a challenge, because I think that our whole lives is wanting to be accepted. And when in business, sometimes the things that you want don't align with where the business needs to go. And sometimes your peers and your business partner has to tell you it's wrong. And then when that business partner is your brother or your dad, it's hard, because you want to be accepted by your family, most importantly, when that's at your core. And you have to become able to overcome that. And I struggled with that early on a lot. And I say to those that do have family businesses or run family businesses or want to run family businesses, give space and give acceptance and give grace. And let failure drive the learning, as opposed to education and telling.